Hey Judy, hey Aaron. Here is that video we can watch for next week about the guide. So I'm gonna share my screen and the sound and select the right stuff. Here we are. Here's the guide. Enjoy.
Where are we at so far in our story? Well, we've identified what our customer wants. That invited them into a story. And then we actually defined the 3 levels of problems that they experience. That really hooked them into the story. But we've got them in a really tough place. I mean, they're feeling hopeless. They're feeling helpless. They need help. And that's where we come in. We enter their story as the guide, and we position ourselves as the guide. And it's critical. I'm telling you, if you play the hero in the story, you are going to do a lot less business than if you play the guide. When it comes to choosing somebody to buy products from or somebody to follow, customers are always going to choose the guide. In fact, if you look back at even just recent presidential elections, think about the candidates who lost. Well, you got John McCain. He's a war hero. He lost. Bob Dole, he's a war hero. He lost. John Kerry, he's a war hero. He lost. And each of these men lost to candidates who had little to no military experience. It's not that we don't love our heroes in America. We do. We honor, we cherish our heroes in America. When we're choosing a leader, though, something subconscious takes over. And we choose a leader who understands that the story is really about us. Now, it's not that a leader can't be a hero. It's just that if a leader steps to the stage and keeps reiterating their heroic story, we kind of wonder, oh, okay, is this about you or is it about me? Because I really want to honor you and give you a medal and really treat you with a great deal of respect, but quite honestly, that guy's going to get me what I want. You seem to just be reiterating your story. People feel the same way about brands. You know, you can smell it when a brand is really self-obsessed. I mean, you know it. You can also smell it when a brand is really about you. This brand wants to help me win, and we want to position ourselves as the guide because the guide is the character that helps the hero win. There are 2 things that we want to do to position ourselves as the guide in the story. The 2 things are this. We want to express empathy, and we want to demonstrate authority. We want to express empathy, and we want to demonstrate authority. Well, what do I mean by empathy? What I mean by empathy is that we need to tell our customers that we care about them. We need to tell our customers that we understand their external and internal problems. We feel their pain. We understand what they're going through. When our customers sense that we care about their problems, it creates a bond between us and our customers. So we have to include empathetic statements in our marketing collateral and in our messaging. What do empathetic statements look like? Well, they're pretty simple. I mean, we just need to say things like, we know how hard it is to deal with X, right? Or many of our customers have struggled with, or don't you just hate it when? We understand how it feels too. We might say something like you, we are troubled by X. The idea here is that we're just saying, hey guys, we're listening and we understand. And when people hear that, they go, you know what? I'm interested in this person, but it's not enough. We can't just be their friend. We can't just be empathetic. We can't just be caring. We also have to be competent. We have to have authority to solve their problem. If I go to a nutritionist and I say to my nutritionist, hey, look, I've just got to lose 30 pounds. I mean, I've struggled with this for so long. I'm tired of it. But, you know, I eat healthy for a while, but I love eating a bowl of ice cream at night. You know, I've just got to lose 30 pounds. And the nutritionist looks at me and says, me too. I'm at the wrong nutritionist, right? I'm looking for somebody who knows how to get me there. I need you to have solved this problem. I don't want you to take the journey with me. We're looking for competence. We're looking for somebody who has the ability to solve this problem. This gets a little bit tricky, though, because if you express too much authority in your brand message, you do move into the position of the hero. I mean, you can easily go from guide to hero if you keep talking about how great you are and how awesome you are, and people start to go, okay, is this about me or is this about you? So there's some subtle ways that we want to demonstrate our competency and our authority. We don't want to overdo it. Your customers have in their brain just a little checkbox in the back of their mind, and it's very easy for them to check. They just need to see something that says, all right, this person knows what they're doing. So let's say you've got a website. A couple things you might want to include on that. One is just statistics. We've helped over 10,000 people solve that exact problem. We've helped people in your situation save up to $500,000 a year in their supply chain. Maybe some awards that you've won. I wouldn't go too far into it, but you could actually list the icons of those awards on your website. If you do business with other businesses that people might find familiar, just include some of those logos on your website. Any media that you've done, if you've been in USA Today and you were on the Today Show, you want to include those logos there also. And then most importantly, just some testimonies. Other customers who have said nice things about you, specifically things that are about how you've helped them succeed. Now, don't overdo testimonies. I mean, anybody in this room, anybody going through this training can probably find 10 or 20 different testimonies. You really need 2 or 3 on your website. And they shouldn't be long. We don't want people to have to burn a bunch of calories to read testimonies. Just short statements that demonstrate your competency in helping your customer win. I'm asked a lot, when can we tell our story? Should we tell our story? We have a great story. Where does it fit? Well, normally I say almost nowhere. People aren't interested. But it's not quite true. There actually is a way to tell your story. If you can tell your story in such a way that you express empathy and demonstrate authority, do it. I mean, when Dave Ramsey goes on the air and talks about how you can have financial peace and wisdom that you need to create a good financial life, he tells a story. He says, you know what? I went bankrupt a long time ago. Well, that's empathy. I'm like you. I've struggled with your exact problem. And people kind of lean in. And then he says, but then I discovered these great financial principles, these ancient financial principles that everybody should know about. They're just common sense. And you know what? I don't deal with financial struggles anymore. I have financial peace, and I can help you get there too. Did Dave really share his story? No. He shared empathy and authority. And that's it. The point is this: your customers are looking for a guide. And you can position yourself in their life as the guide by expressing empathy and authority. So here are 2 questions I want you to consider as you go to your brainstorm. Are there empathetic statements that you can make to your customer to help them understand that you feel their pain, that you get it, that you're with them, that you identify with them? Can you say, we understand, or we know how it feels, or a lot of our customers struggle with X? When you say that, you'll bond with them. And second, how can you demonstrate authority? Are there statistics that you can share? How many people have you helped solve this problem? Are there awards that you've won? Is there media that you've been featured in? How can you demonstrate that you have what it takes to solve your customer's problem? Okay? Spend some time brainstorming, circle the answers that you like, and then look at those answers and make a brand script decision.
All right, that's it. I'll look forward to talking about that with you guys next week. And Jeff can't join us next week. He's on vacation in Arizona, but the week after that he could. And I just heard that Mike Gerald has coronavirus. So I don't know if you'd heard that yet or not, but I just found out, not from Mike, but from people who know him. So let's be praying for Mike. Thanks.